Definitely. Uh, I mean, I've been fortunate to have like good people on my side for sure. My family is always been supporting for the most part. Maybe they didn't agree at times with, me being in middle school and saying, "Mom, like I want to drop out, like I'm not going to college." you know, as a young, if that's your kid in middle school or something, they don't have anything to show for it really. Like having that mindset, I'm sure is kind of scary, which I think it was to my mom a little bit, especially as like, her parents were like the first in their family line to have, actually go to college and have that opportunity. Um, I just think for me, I saw a better route. And look, I'll be honest, I don't really have like a crazy like sob story of like a bunch of haters and things like that. If anything, most of the doubt and hate has come from either like my own self throughout my ventures, and then people online. And at first, the people online, it used to get to me a lot, and I would like argue with these people. But I learned after time, like the best thing to do is just let them be, they're hurt people. Hurt people hurt people. The best thing I can do is become the best version of myself and, do what I know is right.
Yeah, absolutely. So true what you said. Hurt people hurt people. If someone is rude or trying to project their own insecurities onto you, there's some form of pain that they are currently experiencing that one, they don't know how to deal with, or two, they quite frankly avoid it, right? To fix the problem, fix the issue. Is I remember there was one recording in particular about your mom. I can't remember exactly if this was in the beginning of your entrepreneurial journey. You might even know what I'm talking about, but you recorded a voice message and you were talking to your mom about you going to be rich one day, and she was like, well, she was like, good for you or something like that, but she was like, she really wants you to pursue college, which is understandable, right? She wants her best interest at heart is to make sure, one, to support you in any capacity, right? But two, to make sure you do something, you pursue something. She doesn't want to see her son doing nothing, right? And you were like, Mom, you're like, I'm gonna start a business, and and you were gonna do this and that, and she was like, good for you, but I still want you to pursue college. You're like, you were like, even if I'm making the teachers like 100,000 or something. I forgot what number you said, but you were just going back and forth. You know what video I'm talking about?
Yeah. And I told her I'll buy her a car. Like, even if I buy you a car,
Yeah, that's right.
and she's like, yeah, you still got to go to college.
What
Um,
was what was that moment like for you? One, I'm pretty sure you're excited, right? But two, to kind of hear your mom still talk about her having a certain vision for you, but you obviously just have a certain vocation going on within you, right? That she can't quite understand. And it's not because she doubts you, but just because she can't see what you can see or what you envision, right? What was that moment like? Like, did you feel shut down a little bit, or did you just have this extra feel to even want to make it happen even more? What was that like?
yeah, I mean, that's a good point of, you know, the feeling side of it and what it was like in that moment and like how I saw something that she didn't see. And to be honest, I don't know how I was like that at that time. I don't know if, if it's genetics or just how my brain is wired or how I get motivated by things. But like I feel like some of the best moments in entrepreneurship or for entrepreneurs is like looking back at the past and those times where like the hungriest moments, just like really wanting it so bad. And that's how I felt at that time. And it was a conversation that I'd had a lot with my mom. And, I would never argue with my mom or yell at my mom or anything like that. I would get spanked if that was the case, growing up. And, it wouldn't do me good or, whatever punishment.
Right.
So, at that time, we would have these arguments a little bit like, it wasn't like yelling at each other. Like if you see that video, but I just happened to capture it one time. And it was like you said, it was one of those moments where she just couldn't see something that I saw. And I was someone stubborn and I knew what was like destined for me and that I was going to find a way to make it happen. And yeah, that's why, when I found that video, that's why I decided to buy her the car. I wasn't just going to buy her a car like randomly. It's not like she needed a new car or I had this grand idea. I had found that recording towards the end of like 2023 and I was like, dang. And I'd sent it to her. She's like, oh, now you got to buy me a car. And I'm like, you're right. And on Christmas, we did the surprise. I don't think she thought I was going to buy her a car, but, um, you know, there
I think it
were,
was
there were
a
other moments like this too.
I think it was a convertible Jaguar, I think.
Yeah. The F-type convertible.